guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm back under the television today, and I thought I'd share with you my sort of summary favourites. I didn't do a video last month. I spoke about my birthday and stuff. Don't know if you can hear it. I'm not 100%, and also like my normal camera's not charged. Like the world is against me. Basically for the entire August, the world has been against me. I don't need to throw a pity party, but yeah, what a wild ride August has been. So that's why there's been no real videos from me. In fact, there's been no videos from me. But you know, I thought if I'm not going to film it now, I'm never going to film this video, and I really want to. And so I want to get back into the swing of things. Anyway, so here we are. I'm getting into it. So yeah, so I thought I'd talk about a few little bits and bobs that I have been loving these past couple of months. We've got a couple makeup-y bits, but it's also kind of a little bit of a review as well for one product. Let's just jump into it, shall we? Shall I just stop mucking about? I've got two NYX concealers to talk about. Basically, I bought these two at the same time because I ran out of concealer whilst I was away, and yeah, so I thought I would review them because I've had them both the same amount of time, and one of them I have finished and the other one I have not. So these are both liquid, sort of doe-footy applicator-y concealers from NYX. So I've got the HD concealer, and this is in the colour CW01. I think it's Porcelain maybe, or maybe just CW01. And then we've also got the Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in Pale, and then there's a lot of numbers and digits. CSWSC01 Pale. No, usually it's like alabaster, cream, pale, just pale. That's me. Anyway, so the one that I prefer out of the two of them is the HD concealer. For a couple of reasons, I bought both of these with the idea of being under eye concealers. That's typically the main place that I conceal on my face. You know, these days I'm not breaking out with spots all too often. I'll talk about a face mask in a minute. So yeah, that's predominantly my dark circles that I try and cover. And why I think I like the NYX HD concealer so much is particularly this tone. It's very peachy, so it's got sort of almost that like correctory element to it. And so I found that, but it's also sheerer, which depending on what you want, might not necessarily be something that you want, but it definitely is lighter on the skin. The Can't Stop Won't Stop range from NYX is definitely more towards sort of that a little bit more glamorous full coverage makeup, which is cool and all, but it's not necessarily what I'm doing every day. But this colour is also quite like pale yellow. I don't know if you can tell, like it's very cool tone. So initially I quite liked putting the HD on first, and then putting the Can't Stop Won't Stop on top a little bit more, which I do still like. That's actually what I've done today, but predominantly because I'm running out of the HD. If I had to pick one, I would pick this one. And they're both very nice, and both very easily accessible and affordable and all that fun stuff, but I guess it just depends on what you want. If you want, again, a lot is to do with why I prefer this one is because of the tone, because it works really well for what I want it to be used for. But they are both good. They do actually bring different things. For a second I thought maybe they would just kind of be the same, just slightly different packaging. The same amount, might I add, but one looks bigger. Anyway, yeah, if you like a little bit more lighter coverage, go for this one. This one's also, although this one is by no means dewy or anything like that, this one definitely is more matte and more full coverage. If you like blending in with a beauty blender, like a beauty sponge, I think this would work really well with that, whereas this works just all right with fingers and is no mucking. So that's my thoughts on those. As I said, if I had to recommend one, it would be the HD, but I do like both of them, so that's why they're in this video, eh? Next up, my last makeup product is, I mentioned it in my birthday video that I got the Glossier Brow Flick, which is a fairly new brow product. So they've had the Boy Brow, more or less, I think the first product was a Rose Mist, or the balm.com. It was one of the first products, the Boy Brow anyway, but they've now brought in sort of like more of a colouring in product as opposed to just a gel. And I did mention that it was taking me a little bit of a while to get used to. Sorry, I feel like I am making no sense at all. I am utterly delirious, but let's power on through. But yeah, so it does take a little bit of getting used to, and I definitely think this is the type of product very akin to eyeliner that if you can't be panicked, you can't like be in a rush and do it. You can do it quickly, but you can't be hasty with it, because then otherwise you'll just like end up drawing a massive brown line through your eyebrows, whereas it's very much like feather strokes. But what I found really helpful is I brush my eyebrows down, see where any like sparse areas are, then brush them back up, and then sort of finish it off and then finish off with the brow gel. It's definitely the most natural look I've had for my eyebrows for a long time. I, about 6 months ago, did a video on my brows when I used brow powder, which is what I used up until I got this, and then my brow powder literally broke when I got this, so I've almost been like forced to definitely play about with it. And when I initially got it, I didn't quite like it, but I mean, right now is definitely not the day to look at my eyebrows, because I get my eyebrows waxed. For like, you know, about a month, it'll be like the odd hair here and there, very manageable, and then all of a sudden, so I definitely need to see my eyebrow lady, so don't judge this for this. If you'd like me to do a video like going through this, I'd absolutely be happy to do that. I do like it, yeah, it is very much the most natural my brows have looked in a long time. Not that I think my brows have looked not natural, but I don't fanny around with this in the front part of my brow. I definitely just use it for the tail end. I would recommend this product, but I'd recommend it if you are, it's not if you're under pressure. I would not use this product, because there is no doubt in my mind that you would muck up with it. But if you can like take a deep breath and just go then you're fine. And I also definitely think this is potentially for people who've got fuller brows, although I know Katie Jane Hughes does it when she has like no brows and she uses this product, but I think that's through her being a makeup artist that she can pull that off. So it's definitely for me, like, because I've got fairly thick brows, kind of. I'm not lacking in the eyebrow hair department. They're not massive, but they're not a single strand either, so I find that I can get along with this product. But it's you've got to be in the right mood for it. It's not a one-stop shop, quick done. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like I've gone around the houses with it, but it's nice. I just thought I'd report back on it, you know? The next products are all skincare products, actually. So I'm going to start with this one real quick, honourable mention. This is the Beauty Pie Japan Fusion Cleanser. This is Back in My Life. Is this... I'm so not well. This is either the second or the third tube that I've gone through. I really like it. It's like the texture of PVA glue, which sounds strange, but stay with me. I just think it's a really nice comprehensive cleanser. I really like using this with either a Foreo or just like a muslin cloth. I really like taking this off, and it's definitely one of my favourite cleansers. I think a really long time ago I had the Amore Vixa, like, it wasn't a clay cleanser, but it was like a mud cleanser or something. That was really nice, but these two are completely different. Just a really nice bog standard cleanser, which makes it sound really disinteresting, but it does what it says on this tin. It cleans your skin without stripping it, and I think this line's really good for sensitive skin. Not that I have that, but if you do, that would be something to know. I'm a big fan. Kind of on the other spectrum of things, I've got a mask to talk about. This is the Ordinary Salicylic. I feel like I'm speaking at a million miles a minute. Sorry, apologies, maybe put me on half speed. This is the Ordinary Salicylic Acid 2% Mask. This is, I believe, the most recent launch from the Ordinary. I was in Covent Garden a few weeks ago, and they have a shop in Covent Garden, so I thought, oh, I was actually going to order that, but, you know, went into the shop and bought it, and it's really good. I'm really a big fan. Do I feel like you need the AHA peeling solution and this in your arsenal? No, because I find this is almost like that mask with a clay mask built in. I definitely feel like I get like similar results, and I definitely, because again, this is one of those masks that you can leave on for 10 minutes, but don't fall asleep with it like in the bath on your face, because it will like destroy your face. It's very much 10 minutes. It's got that peeling sort of AHA, BHA, acid peel element to it, which I would personally use the BHA, the red one. I would use that alongside a clay mask quite often, whereas I feel like this kind of mixes both together. But I guess it all depends on what your skin's like. So this one, you know, says it's formulated for acne prone skin, which I don't necessarily have, but I get quite congested skin. You know, I suffer with like blackheads and stuff on my nose, and I sort of just get like a build up in my skin anyway, just due to the type of skin that I have. So I do like using these type of masks. It says to use it a couple of times a week, that's fine. Obviously use some protection when you're using an acid peel, safety first and all that, but I would recommend it. It's, I think, around £8, really not that expensive. Like, it is really well priced, as is most of, well, actually all the Ordinary stuff is really well priced actually. It's just like, yeah, it's just a good 2-in-1 for me, and nice and quick and easy. I used it today I've used it only a handful of times, but already I can tell that it's definitely one of those products that you notice a difference when the first time you use it, and I imagine you will continue to notice a difference. Another skincare product that I've got to talk about is this one. I know I've mentioned it before, and I know it's been in our favourites before, but it was before I'd properly used it, so I wanted to bring it up again. This is the Missha Sun Milk in the waterproof version. It's SPF 50. There's 4 pluses after PA, and it's a very, very nice facial sunscreen. I would 110% recommend this now that I've had a whole summer with it. I'm going to continue to use it. I personally, like, due to my skin, I would just use this in lieu of a moisturiser, particularly if I'm wearing a tinted moisturiser as well. I have not burnt once. I feel like it has really protected my skin. It's a joy to use. It sinks in really nicely to the skin. Like, it's thin enough. It's still, like, you know, it's a milk. It's still not, you know, like a gel consistency, but it just leaves the skin feeling like nice and soft and supple, whilst also protecting it from the sun. So win-win. I would 100% recommend this. I've got this one from Amazon, definite Amazon special, and I would definitely try other products from this brand as well. I've got a hair product, but it's a tool. It's a hairbrush. I know I've spoken about these before, but I think it's been a little while, and I recently bought a new one. So this is a wet brush. I personally go for the paddle brush because I've got all of the hair. I hope you can see all my hair strands out. Believe it or not, I did take a bunch of my hair out before I started filming this video, so you didn't think I was that gross, but I am. Anyway, yeah, so this is the best hairbrush I've ever used in my life. Like, I have gifted these hairbrushes to people who I know have like long and thick hair. Again, I personally go for the paddle version just due to the amount of hair that I have, and it's just a bigger surface area, and it means I can get it done quicker. Back in the day, like, I've had long hair all my life, basically. No, yeah, all my life I've had long hair, and I just remember like always like really like having to tug through my hair. And then, like, yeah, I have like dabbled with like the tangle teasers and stuff like that, but when I tried the wet brush, like, there has been no going back. I've had a wet brush in my life. I think this is my 4th, which makes it sound like they're not sturdy, but they absolutely are. They are brilliant everyday brushes, but I've got a lot of hair, and you know, I brush my hair 2-3 times a day. Like, I like to brush my hair at night and in the morning, and then if I'm like restyling and stuff in the middle of the day, I'd like to use a hairbrush. Yeah, I just think these ones are the best. These are the best. I get mine typically off ASOS. They stock them. That's where I got this one. But places like Beauty Bay and even Boots actually stock them as well, so they are fairly easily available. They never used to be, but now they're kind of everywhere, which is good because they're fantastic, and I would recommend to a friend. Got a couple of fashion favourites. I just again wanted to report back on the issues. I mentioned them in my last video, and they are looking a little bit more grubby. I probably need to give them a little bit of a clean. These are the white Jeffrey Campbell boots that I got for my birthday, and oh, I love them. I did not have to wear these in at all. They fitted like a glove. They fit like a glove. You pick. I have had so many compliments on them. Not that I necessarily dress to get compliments, but you'd be surprised at how just sort of like a monochromatic boot can get so much attention, and I'm a big fan of them. I think for me they were worth the money. In fact, I am, hold me to it, I'm gonna do a boot collection video because I love me a boot, and it's definitely getting into the appropriate season to be wearing boots. So I'm definitely going to be doing a boot collection video very soon indeed. I want to do that before I go back to uni. So in the next couple of weeks, I'll be filming that. I've also got 2 t-shirts to talk about. So basically the issue with Brandy and Melville is they only make one size. And when it comes to like stuff like skirts and jeans, that's like for like no one. But then they do like really baggy t-shirts. So that's why I bought these, because they are like loose boyfriend fit on me. I'm about size 10, 12, depending on how much I've eaten that week. But yeah, so these are a baggy fit on me. So I got 2 of them, and they're kind of like old school. I mean, they're made to look old, and they're not, they're brand spanking, but basically kind of like an old banty. I've been loving them. Anyway, so I've got 2, and they're also, this one's in Chinese and then the other one's in Japanese. So this is a Star Wars t-shirt, which I've been really enjoying. This one's like a lot more like of a faded grey, and I just like really like the loose fit, and I couldn't get these t-shirts out of my head, so I bought both. Anyway, and then I've also got this Doors t-shirt. So this one's in Japanese. It's for the single Light My Fire. They're just like nice staples, you know, and I've been wearing them loads. I have pried the Star Wars one out of the wash, and the Doors one has just come out of the wash, so I've been really enjoying those. I just think they pair really well with basically everything. I really like jazzy bottoms, although today I've got on your classic blue jeans. But yeah, I'm a big fan of them. They work really well with animal print bottoms, which sounds like a bit of a niche market, but it's a market that I'm involved in. So yeah, your fake band, and they're not fake band tees, they are, I've just never gone to see the doors. Really wish they had a Fleetwood Mac one. If they had a Fleetwood Mac one, that'd be the dream. Anyway, I've got a bit of a, to finish things off, gotta make it weird. My fucking Amazon purchase of the month is this here. It is a sturdy sweep, and it's by the brand Bissel. So again, talking about my copious amounts of hair, I just found that my electric vacuum was not cutting it. It was not cutting the mustard. And I remember that you can get these like manual, I don't want to like tip it about too much because, I just looked at the bottom, because it has got fluff and dust and hair in. Basically, I don't know why my landlord decided to put a white carpet in a rental property, but they did, and I've got dark brown hair, and as you can imagine, there's like a nice thin layer all over my bedroom floor. So I was kind of like over it, and it didn't matter how much I hoovered, it just didn't really help. So I looked at this, and on the Amazon reviews it was like, I've got a dog and it gets up dog hair like no problem, and I'm like, sounds like I need it. Yeah, it's basically like a manual hoover. You don't plug it in. It's got like a roller here, which I don't know if you will, oh god, I don't know if you'll be able to see. This is nice, top quality content. It is like covered in my hair. I need to like cut my hair out, and it's just like a little brush, and it goes into these little side bits, and it just works really well. So if you have an animal, or you molt a lot like me too, it's just a really nifty thing, and I think it was about 15 quid, so it didn't break the bank whatsoever. Even if you were somebody who kind of like needs a hoover but doesn't want to spend like 60-70 quid, I'd recommend one of these. Very, very handy. And since I've got it, I've not gotten the electric hoover out, so there we go. I do have one television favourite, would you believe it, and it's Glee. Now, I don't know, about 2 months ago on the YouTube homepage, they recommended to me a clip of Glee, just like a random clip at some point, and I clicked it, and then I found myself over like the past 6 weeks just falling into holes of just like clicking through, watching clips, like watching like 1 minute clips of Glee, and I've just decided to watch it from the beginning. I'm only about halfway through season 1. Yeah, that's what I've been watching on Netflix, and I never watch anything on Netflix, so that's what I've been up to. Anyway guys, I hope that this hasn't been like literally dog shit. But yeah, I just wanted to film a video, wanted to get back into it after what has been a wild month, and I will speak to you soon, I'm sure. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Bye bye. Oh my god, I am literally so doolally today. SOS. Bye. Oh.